Alrighty,
Lead us off, Francis.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is Wednesday. It is August 14th. We are here live from HQ Trey's.
Sass has been busting my balls mercilessly. I fucking love it. Feels like being back in the locker room. Feels like after a fucking long football practice, I just threw for 4 touchdowns. Francis caught 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And Sass threw for 1 touchdown as the backup.
Yeah.
You caught all the touchdowns, though.
Look, I'm the guy.
He's the guy.
You're definitely not a wide receiver.
Ryan Whitney once...
You could be a tight end.
Ryan Whitney once told me that I am him on the blog.
Oh, that's true.
I thought that was cool.
You're they, them, bro.
I am he, him. His and hers.
You're they.
His and hers sinks.
Those jokes used to have a lot of when people started doing pronouns and people would be like, this country boy's pronouns are he, haw, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Could just do
I
pronouns.
identify as a piece of toast with some butter on it. That's like the alt-right go-to joke. Well, then I guess I identify as a salmon.
I don't care if you're
just get
black.
to pick what you identify as. I'm going to identify as a football.
I don't care if you're black, white, brown, or purple.
Yeah. That was always the big one too.
I don't care if you're purple.
They always loved throwing around purple.
purple.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Seth, there was an ad that I saw, a commercial for
Yeah.
Navy Federal Credit Union
Yeah.
yesterday, where it was a bunch of guys in, I think, Marine outfits hiking through the streams, and they one of them picked up a fish or something.
Really?
And I think maybe they were fishing, and it just it felt like an absolute blend of yours and Bo's relationship.
Yeah,
Because
Bo
him
being
with
the
his the military thing, and then you with the fishing, and you guys both being there, and one was giving the other lots of shit.
Really? This was all in a commercial for credit
Navy
union?
Federal Credit Union. Mhm.
Damn. Do you think they're really just fishing like that?
I think the through line was he worries about the type of fishing tackle that he uses, but one thing he doesn't have to worry about is his credit.
Very
Thanks to
interesting.
Navy Federal Credit Union.
Is that one of the ones where you can't get in unless you're in the Army? Gronk is always doing ads for those, and it's like Gronk can't even get the protection.
I think it's you can use it if anyone in your family was in the military too. I think
Is that right?
for the one that Gronk is. I mean, I've seen that commercial 1,000 times.
A billion times.
Yeah.
But you can trace it back to like the Confederate Army.
Yeah.
Like if y'all fought for the fucking South, you could still get this good ass
Yeah, I think
insurance.
if you take like an Ancestry.com test, it turns out, yeah.
If any of your family was warriors, I had some fucking warriors in my family.
I had a bunch of draft dodgers.
Really?
No, but no one in my family was in the military, or no one in my immediate family, or my
That's weird.
grandparents.
It's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so proud of.
I think everyone just missed it. I think we just got lucky. My uncle,
That's
I think
impossible.
my uncle was almost in Vietnam, but then it ended.
I think my grandfather, it wasn't a matter of luck. He was going to go no matter what. He just believed.
Yeah. He believed in the cause.
Yeah.
He was willing to die.
In fact, there was a moment there where he got his physical back, and they had misread that he had color blindness.
Yes.
And when he saw that, I mean, he was ready to take his own life.
Yeah.
But then they
What
quickly.
is this from?
I'm sorry.
Which movie is this?
Movie.
There's a movie. There's like a.
I think you're
it's like
talking
the
about
plot
his.
of- Is that
his
Saving
family's
Private Ryan?
history.
No. I think you're thinking of Little Miss Sunshine.
No, I know. That was my immediate thought, but then I was like, no, I don't think that's what he's doing.
I'm not doing Little Miss Sunshine. I'm
Oh.
using my real life situation, which is true. My grandfather was Admiral Kincaid's flag lieutenant,
Oh, interesting.
and there's a photo of him marching through the fucking jungles of Iwo Jima
Damn.
next to I can never remember the general.
All the boys were
It might be
carrying
Kincaid,
guns.
but it also might be. Was MacArthur in the Pacific?
Must have
Brother,
been.
I have no idea.
You watched the Pacific. Doesn't he walk through?
No, I
during
didn't watch the
Or is
Pacific.
it Chesty? Is that who that is?
I can't remember.
I watched like 3 episodes of The Pacific, and then I stopped.
We have a great black and white photo of my grandfather standing, walking through. I mean, and they're up to their.
Well, aren't
shins.
every photo he sees is black and white?
That's exactly
With
right.
his colorblind ass.
But he had to pay the clerk to fudge the results of his colorblindness.
And I heard he had 15 kills over there, all his own men.
all black guys.
Friendly fire.
His the uniforms, even in like the Civil War and even in World War II, were like a light shade of gray and a dark shade of gray.
Oh, yeah.
They were close.
They're so close.
And I have to say, I hate to say this, the German uniforms were pretty sharp.
Oh yeah, they had the sharpest uniforms. But dude, it's like that makes it a pain in the ass to watch those movies.
Yes.
When I watched Band of Brothers, I was like, I don't know who is shooting at who. I don't know what is going on.
I need subtitles and audio descriptions.
Dude, I had to pause that show like 75 times and look up shit.
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's so many characters and they just show like side shots of someone exploding. You're like, that could have been Dick Winters. I have no fucking clue.
I guess I just knew.
Yeah, you had the implicit knowledge.
And it's so hard to follow that they have that scene towards the end of the episode where they show everyone that's died so far when they're in the church. And remember, he's looking around, and then he sees like the ghosts of all of them.
That's not why they did that.
That's absolutely why they did it.
No, I think it was a solemn moment where they finally had the time to catch up and remember some horrific moments from the war. That's
after the Battle of the Bulge,
right?
It's like
but that's where they're showing the medics. They're just highlighting as a directorial.
Lynch.
That was like Margot Robbie in the bathtub coming in to explain what's going on in the show.
No,
yeah,
no, it was
not like The Economist and Ariana Grande.
You're just selfishly interpreting it that way because you were confused. It's really to show how the horror that they've been through.
No, I know that.
Now, what the Battle of Guadalcanal is
you're probably wondering what the Battle of the fucking Ice Cube. Or iced tea.
Look, I buy 2 salmon at the farmer's market on Monday. By Wednesday.
Now you're probably wondering what the fuck just went down at the Battle of the Bulge.
They should have
had Ice Cube in there.
If they had thought of that. I'm surprised that more movies didn't use that brilliant technique from The Big Short.
Yeah.
That movie's
good.
That's a great fucking movie.
I just listened to a podcast from that economist. He's like the father of like modern economics or some shit like that. The dude who
Michael Lewis?
Is that who it was?
Well, he wrote The Big Short. No, he's alive.
Didn't he write Moneyball too?
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal.
The guy who
and Molly's Game, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he wrote Molly's Game. Michael Lewis?
You might be right.
He wrote Liar's Poker and Flash Boys
and Lars and the Real Girl. I'm pretty sure.
And he's done and then he wrote The Blind Side.
That fucking movie. That
Michael Lewis.
Film.
I saw that at the top of a list of movies from the 2000s that have aged terribly.
Yeah.
The Blind Side.
Don't you look that up. I don't know if he wrote Molly's Game, but I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
That was Michael Crichton.
He did write
That was Michael Clayton, the lawyer, who wrote that.
Yeah, he just wrote the ones that you said. He wrote Radical Wolf.
He writes a book every year.
Big Short, Moneyball, Blindside, Next, The Future Just Happened.
Writes a book every year? So he's just dumping bullshit out.
Yeah. He's spewing a lot of nonsense.
That's too much. That's too much writing. Take a little time with your craft.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Exactly. Maybe a year and a half.
Stephen King writes a book every 6 months. Every single one of them goes to the top of charts. And they're 800-page books.
Yeah, they're really long.
He's got superpowers. Do you think those dudes just write stuff and don't even read it back? You think they're just dumping
They probably,
it out?
I mean, at Stephen King's level, he probably has so many editors that, yeah, probably.
Maybe. He might just be that kind of tuned.
He probably just writes it and then he goes, fix this.
I don't know
what you think is
I'm
my
going to
standard.
go ahead and believe that Stephen King probably doesn't have a lot of ghostwriters. And I think part of the reason is that I think he's been as prolific as he is now his whole career. So even in his early stuff, he was churning and burning before he could have theoretically hired.
Yeah.
No, I heard Stephen King is not even a real person. It's just a group of 30 dudes.
You're thinking of William Shakespeare.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking of.
Is that what they say about Shakespeare?
Don't put any dirt on Stephen King's name. That is the pride of Maine right there.
Yeah.
He lives in Bangor, Maine, which I don't know why anyone would live there.
Yeah.
Probably to write some scary shit.
I used to have to drive up there to do AAU basketball practice for Maine Hoops.
Really?
I had to drive 2 hours for practice.
From how far away is that from? Where were you from? Freeport?
Freeport near Portland, like where people actually live. And Bangor was a bigger, you could call it a city, I guess, but it's not.
How was your jumper back then?
Back then, pretty wet.
Yeah?
Like a wetting stone.
How old were you in this?
17? Must have been 14, 15.
14, so your parents would have to drive you.
Yeah, but we would carpool with other kids who were from our part. All of our games were back in Civilization, where I lived.
Yeah.
And then the kids that were from all the way up there, Mount Desert Island, Lee Suvlu.
Yes,
he was an Inuit. And he had 4 children by his 20th birthday.
Power move.
Wait, Inuit?
But he was a prodigy. He was
there's Inuits on the fucking East Coast?
He had come a long way.
I thought all the Inuits were in Alaska.
Yeah, his
the
ice
northern
float
territories.
broke off, and he just drifted.
He circumnavigated the globe on an ice float.
Carried aloft by a team of seals.
Iditarod seals.
Yeah, but I will say this: Lee Suvlu came to stay at my house when we went to play our games for that weekend, and all he wanted to do was go to the main mall.
Really?
And that because he thought no, that wasn't where the main mall was.
Close.
But the main mall was this big attraction that he'd heard great things about. And, it was 3.5 hours from where he was from, half an hour from where I was from. And I said, Lee, you're going to be disappointed in the main mall.
Yeah.
Look, I don't even go there. Now, part of that is that I live close enough that I could go anytime I want.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Well, do you remember your first time at the main mall? Maybe the magic had been lost.
You're not wrong. The food court, Panda Express, Sbarro, Auntie Anne's, and then the Miss Fields cookies.
Yes.
And that was near the DC Discovery Zone, I think they had. One of those little Chuck E. Cheese knockoff, only games.
Unbelievable. So for an Inuit, that's probably fucking eye-opening, literally.
Yeah, he was excited to go to Best Buy. That's where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
Best Buy's a good store.
I think it's
a fun store.
NBA Street.
2?
Might have been the first.
The original.
2's wasn't really kicked into gear, though.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Did Native Americans get circumcised?
Probably not.
Tomahawks? The other side?
They might.
There's always that back of the tomahawk that has the smaller...
the tiny hatchet.
Smaller blade, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone was getting circumcised back then.
The Jews started it, right?
I think.
That's enough Jew talk. We got our fucking asses chewed.
Did
we? Got our asses Jewed out.
We just didn't know. It's not our fault.
Last episode. We're trying to fucking learn over here.
We're trying.
I didn't see any nasty comments.
Yeah, you must not have notifications on.
I do, and they were all just Sass is the funniest person ever. Typical shit like that.
Sass is the goat.
Sass is the best.
You should have spoken up. As a Jewish man.
Brother, I don't know anything about the Jews.
Well, I know one thing, and that is that Jews are big on light, right? Lighting the candles.
Of course.
And speaking of which, I am trying to find some light fixtures still. If anyone out there has any connections, I've heard from a few of you, and I appreciate you all, but we're still on the hunt.
I don't have light fixture connections, but I got a ton of Molly connections after the last episode.
That sounds a little more up my alley.
I got so much good intel about Pennsylvania fishing.
Look at this. See? This is why we do this.
I didn't know we had any. I didn't know anyone even actually fished that listened to the podcast.
Did you hit up Lake?
7. Yeah, I did.
You hit up Lake?
Lake.
His name's Lake.
Yeah, I thought you said Blake.
No. I said Lake.
Like a river trout.
Like the trout.
Yes.
Like the bass. The bass.
There actually is a lake trout.
And there's a bass too.
Yeah, I got a bunch of good info.
Good, because he seemed like he really knew what he was talking about.
He had actually DM'd me before about fishing. I went back and looked.
And you hadn't opened it.
And he said, let me know if you ever go fishing in Central PA.
Good.
I'm going to New York, and I'm going to try my hand at fly fishing.
Really?
Instead of Amsterdam.
Really?
Where are you going?
Just an hour and a half north.
Nice.
Catskills?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Somewhere by the Hudson, on the Hudson, or close to the Hudson.
You're going to fly fish in the Hudson?
I'm not going to fly fish in the Hudson. I'm going somewhere close to the Hudson as a landmark.
Hudson's a town.
I know.
No, you don't.
Hudson Valley. I do. I know that.
I'm doing this just as an exercise to be closer to you, just so I can learn the ways of your mind.
I bet you'll be good at it.
No chance. But it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I like to learn things. I like to try new things. Get outside of my comfort zone.
Wonder if you'll catch anything. Are you going with a guide?
Probably.
You probably will catch something then.
if I'm going with a guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably like hold my hands, or they'll probably just let me reel it in.
I mean, they just know exactly where the fish are.
It's a good season.
In the Catskills, it should be fine. Yeah.
Isn't that your neck of the woods?
Yeah, but I'm probably, if you're gonna be in Hudson, I'm well east of that. Hudson's big on antiques. They've got some good lighting stores there, I think.
Well, maybe I'll bring you home something.
Take a look.
Maybe I'll bring you home a series of 16 fixtures.
Ooh, dude, I went to a store yesterday. I gotta tell it. We gotta tell you about this.
Of course.
It's called Apparatus.
Okay.
I didn't know stores could be this cool. It's a studio, a showroom, and you got to go into a nondescript building in New York. One of those ones where you call a number on the front door and they buzz you through, and then you get into an elevator, and the other floors in the building are a dental practice and a fucking...
You buy iFix iPhone store where people just take stolen phones and fucking flip them.
Yeah. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense. You have no idea what's in the building.
Yeah.
And this place was on the 4th floor. Right.
I have to buzz into my doctor.
Right.
I have to get a rash looked at just from out holding the button outside.
I think I've gonorrhea.
I have a rash. It sucks.
Can you see me? Do you want to see it?
Just putting your fucking pubic mound up to a fucking fisheye lens. That looks fine. And so you get into this fucking warehouse.
Well, I go all the way up to the 4th floor, and the door was this vault door that had Apparatus written on the front. And then I was let in. And I mean, it's worth going to this store just to see what it's like. Everything in there.
Is this in Brooklyn?
No. Close to here. 30th Street.
Very
Unbelievable.
Nice. Yeah.
We gotta go, Sass. We gotta go to this.
Light fixtures are expensive.
I'm sure.
We have to go check this out.
It was cool to just see it. We should go.
Just as a field trip.
They give you the story behind everything.
Yeah.
This piece was a confluence of East and West.
I've gone to a couple stores like that with
Inspired
Francis,
by
and he makes me
gravity.
like put my hands in my pockets so I don't knock anything over.
He's the guy, testing the fire door to see if the alarm actually is connected. Which, by the way, I did once as a kid. I was at a museum.
Oh yeah, everyone did.
In Germany, I think. And the door said like, Achtung!
Yeah.
Don't touch.
Yeah.
And I was like, surely that's not working.
This is a farce.
And I just put my hands on it. I didn't push. It was one of those.
Yeah.
I just touched it and the whole alarm went off.
Really?
And I was like, and there was a guy who had been it was a really nice moment, actually. There was a guy who'd been watching me through the security camera, and he told me in English, he was like, I was watching you get closer and closer, saying, don't do it, don't do it. And then he just
he did, but he let you do it.
Well, he wasn't going to leave his booth or whatever.
Yeah.
Until I actually did it.
I've had
so much for
Have you ever had that? Have you ever watched a kid contemplate to do something and then like go through with it? I was on the train one time coming back. I was doing shows in Bridgeport and I was coming back, and there was a little kid sitting in front of me, and he was looking. He was like, I was in the window, and he was looking out the window, and he was staring at it for like 10 minutes, and then he just stuck his tongue out and just licked the entire window.
Oh my God. What is it about kids that want to do that shit?
It was so funny to know that he was just like contemplating licking the window for like 10 minutes straight.
Just the intrusive thoughts being the biggest part of his brain.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking do this.
I mean, it was a nice cold window. I'm sure it felt great.
I'm sure it tasted pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Icy cold window.
That's an ideal window to lick.
I remember being at a Renaissance fair when I was in 6th grade. And it was like the final performance of the Renaissance fair. It's like a huge battle scene. And there's a guy that during the scene, like, zip lines across the entire audience to like this huge thing in the back. And there's multiple people that come and zip line. And my 6th grade teacher, like, sarcastically was like, yeah, like someone touch him or something like that.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm going to touch him. And the guy fucking zip lined through. And I like touched his knee, and he like wobbled a little bit. And then he like lost his shit on me, but he didn't break character from the Renaissance Fair guy. So he's like, it was that lad right there. Some lady in a headset came over and fucking like got on her hands and knees and was like, you can never do that. I was like, well, my teacher told me to do it, not understanding his sarcasm. And he's like, I wasn't being serious about it.
That's crazy.
Just grumbled at me all the way back to the school bus. The guy was just furious in his fucking kilt, being like, it was that lad.
It probably almost, I would have been crazy if he went down. It would have been so funny.
So funny. I mean, he was definitely precarious, and he's going through the whole thing, and I just like touched his knee or something.
I'm sure it's not the first time that's been done.
Well, it's on them for like the people that go to Renaissance fairs have to be the closest to retarded adults that are fucking roaming the earth.
But they also do have like the utmost respect for each other.
That's
like
true.
They would never fuck with each other like that.
Oh no.
You're talking about the performers? Or the people who
The
regularly
visitors.
attend?
Probably, I think everyone. I think there's a mutual respect. Like we're all fucking freaks.
Yeah. We went to a Renaissance fair right when I got hired at Barstool, like me and like 10 of my friends, and we all acted like we were from the future. We dressed like we were from the future, but like pretending that we were from the past, but we didn't know how to fit in, so we all just dressed stupid as fuck.
Yeah, I think you told me about that.
It was so dumb. I was just like stacking multiple of those like winter hats that go over your ear. I had like 3 of them stacked up on top of my head and like a bunch of pairs of sunglasses. It's like, no, we're from this time. We're from this era.
That's pretty funny.
Just walking around, but it was so fun. I need to go back to a Ren fair.
Sass, did you ever do anything like that?
Go to a Renaissance fair?
No, just sort of whimsical, mischievous stuff that didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, when I went to the Most Dangerous Game Show and I yelled Mayday into the walkie-talkie. I remember
That's not really
one of the ones that I was really thinking about was
to.
when I was in school and I was really young, like early grade school. I remember we would go into the classroom next to us and do like a group study for some reason. And I was like, can I go back into our classroom? I have to get a pencil. And then I went in and I opened up one of my friend's lunch boxes and he had those like stuffed Oreos. Took a massive bite of one of them and put it back and then went back into the other class. And then they found out and I got in a ton of trouble.
Yeah.
They found out it was you?
Yeah. I mean, who else would it have been? I think my friend like spazzed and made a scene.
He went behind the counter and started beating the fast food workers' asses.
Yeah, it was bad.
He Louis J. Gomez their asses.
I had to flip my card to red. It was back in those days.
What did that do?
That meant I had to write
Penalty
a letter
box.
apologizing.
Wow.
You would have to if you got everyone had there was this thing hanging up with all these cards and they were green and red, and if you were misbehaving you had to flip yours to red. It was like the walk of shame.
Oof.
The A on the chest.
Yeah.
Hester Prynne.
Yeah, exactly. The Scarlet Letter.
Nice.
Very nice. We're all on the same page on this one.
Yeah. Pretty popular
slut,
book.
That
Yeah,
fucking
that fucking
whore.
bitch.
That nasty ass whore.
I would have just killed her, to be honest.
Who was she fucking though? A priest?
One of the priests.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
And he didn't get any flack at all.
At the end, he did.
He did?
I think so. I think it came out that he was the father.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he was ostracized to the degree that she was.
They
Did
probably
he get-
let him pick. They were probably like, we're either going to talk about the kids or this. And he was like, just go with that one.
I got to be able to keep on fucking kids. Don't take that from me, Monsignor. Cardinal, it's all I have is
What
the
a
kids.
weird book to have to read when you're in 5th grade.
A lot of those were we read The Crucible. I mean, it's a play. I think it's Arthur Miller, and it was so dark and confusing, and it's all about the Salem witch trials and stuff like that. Did you guys read that?
I don't think so.
No, I read some other Arthur. Was it Our Town? Is that Arthur Miller?
It might be, and he also wrote Death of a Salesman famously.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I only saw that in the Playhouse.
Did you?
Yes.
What's the name of the lead in Death of a Salesman?
Salesman.
That's the whole.
I can't believe he's died.
I'd be worth
Salesman,
more dead.
no.
Salesman 1.
And they're just giving mouth to mouth to the salesman for 20 minutes trying to resuscitate him.
His oldest son is named Biff.
Really?
I know that.
I'm not
the
familiar.
jock.
I'm not very familiar with that.
I took an acting class in college.
They made you play Biff, didn't they?
They made me play Biff. I think I played Biff. I think I did play Biff. And it was a scene class and there was another girl, and we had to kiss in the scene.
Really?
She was really cute too.
You guys mac?
I didn't mind it. I'm sorry?
Did you guys mac or just a peck?
It was an actor's kiss, no tongue.
No tongue?
I was trying.
You tried to squeeze some in?
Trying to just shove it down her throat.
She put up the teeth shield?
Rah! And she was all closed mouth, pursed.
She had a mouth guard in?
She fucking, dental dam.
Damn.
On Love Island, they were recently saying, one of the women was describing her kiss, and she was like, yeah, it was really nice. Like, he smelled good. His breath didn't smell bad. He didn't try to put any tongue in. So I think, like, is tongue dead?
Tongue's out.
Tongue's dead, right?
Is it?
Fools are not kissing with tongue these days.
Fools are not tying tongues. No tonsil hockey these days from the fools.
I think it was COVID ruined it.
Mm.
COVID ruined the French kiss. Now it's known as the Chinese kiss, and it's all lips.
The Wuhan kiss.
Yeah.
The kiss of death. The Chinese kiss. Oh my God.
It's lips only.
Yeah, that's nasty. I wonder why. I wonder what I mean I guess it's a little bit more sanitary.
How come do you remember in 9/11 when the French wouldn't join us in the war against Afghanistan? And so we started calling everything that had the word French in it freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom toast, freedom fries.
They were like, "Listen, we don't want to take a side.
How come
I see it from both ways."
Yeah. We didn't we just said we're going to boycott the word French even though we eat French toast and we eat French fries.
Well, it's not like any of the money from French toast goes back to France.
No. We were still serving them.
Yeah,
Take
you got
10%.
Yeah, France is just skimming off the top.
I remember being at a Celtics game and some guy, a vendor, was coming down the aisles and being like, or he was in one of those stalls on the outside and he was like, one freedom toast, one freedom fry. And I was like, what a patriot.
Yeah.
But my question is, in COVID, how come we didn't start calling the things that have China in them,
Freedom?
Find freedom. Buy some fucking a stack of freedom.
I got my fingers stuck in a freedom trap. Freedom finger trap.
Yeah, I was trying to think of anything that has the name Chinese
I mean,
in it.
China is like just a
China.
thing in and of itself.
Chinese.
The freedom chicken, Chinese food, freedom food, just calling it freedom food, just taking their entire...
Yeah.
We didn't do that. I guess we just said fuck all of them.
Yeah, though we were.
I think
we
it
were
was
a little
just
more
like
straight up
we're gonna
about
just tell them to die.
Yeah.
We'll just be racist. It's way easier.
Yeah.
It's harder to be racist against French people.
Well, that
You can't
French
pick
knew
them out.
better than to come over here in that time.
Also, it's funny that France decided not to take a side when like it started with a terrorist attack.
Mm.
It makes it seem like they were conspiracy theorists or something.
Yeah.
Like, look into Tower 7. You really don't know. It was actually George Bush's fault. It's curious why they wouldn't just take our side, even at least in name. Or was it a lead from the back situation?
I don't know.
What about NATO?
I don't know.
You guys are always beating the drum for NATO. You're two of the biggest NATO supporters I know.
True.
Yeah, NATO.
Why wouldn't the French, if French are part of NATO, why would they not ride with us?
I think sometimes you just got to pick your own fights.
It's a good
Fight your own
point.
battles,
I don't remember. They didn't join in Afghanistan, or did they join Afghanistan, but they wouldn't join us in Iraq? I can't remember.
It's probably funny from their perspective, too, being like, you spend $200 trillion on defense. Like, why do some of us need to die with you?
Yeah.
It's
They also probably
camaraderie.
knew we were lying about
Weapons of
invading
mass
Iraq.
destruction.
Yeah.
It's holding the line. One for all for one. NATO.
NATO.
Is that their motto?
You attack one of us, you attack us all.
Yeah, it was, who's in NATO? It's Athos, Porthos, Artemis.
Artemis and
Those
Arrakis.
Those are the three members of NATO, as I remember it.
There was always that fourth musketeer.
Yes. Wasn't there a movie called The Fourth Musketeer with like Chris O'Donnell in it or something?
Was there?
I don't fucking know what I'm talking about, dude.
The Fourth Musketeer? Sounds like it would be like a parody movie. And like the Fourth Musketeer would be like Channing Tatum or something. And he'd be like, I just don't fit in with my family.
Just knocking over shit with his brute strength. Just
Yeah.
knocking over buckets of water, being jacked as hell. Then he saves the day at the end.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to save the day. He doesn't go on the mission. Then all the Musketeers get captured. And then Channing Tatum has to go and fucking kick down the door himself, but in an unorthodox style.
Or like for some reason, like he does, like the other Musketeers just like make fun of him. They clown his ass because he's jacked.
Yeah. And he has like a big brutish penis.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have tiny penises.
Are they French?
I guess they're Greek.
I think they're French.
Are they?
Well,
Athos, Porthos, those sound like Greek names. Artemis also sounds Greek, but who wrote it? You boys are the literary geniuses.
Michael Lewis.
Michael Crichton. It was Michael Clayton, the lawyer and receiver from the Baltimore Ravens. Pretty
who
sure.
wrote the Three Musketeers. I'll look that up.
Duchamp?
I don't know if
Was
I
it
know
Marcel
anything about
Duchamp?
Three Musketeers.
You never watched Slumdog Millionaire?
No.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's the Bollywood one, right?
Yeah, but it's barely Bollywood. It's more American.
I watched the trailer and I was like, that's Bollywood. And I mean, there's Indian dudes jumping off of skyscrapers in it.
There is a dance scene where they're like, Jai Ho!
Saying that movie's bad.
Missed the funniest moment of the whole pod.
Saying that movie's barely Bollywood is crazy.
It is barely Bollywood. It's really
I remember
Americanized.
watching that at our old apartment, watching the trailer and being like, I'm not watching this movie.
Are you thinking of RRR?
No, I'm thinking of Slumdog Millionaire.
I mean, it's an incredible movie.
Everyone says it's like one of the best movies.
It's incredible.
They do a Bollywood scene at the end. They do the Bollywood dance.
Yeah, the dance.
But
Yeah.
it's a tongue-in-cheek sort of homage to the fact that it's a movie.
little satire.
Little satire.
I don't think it's satire. It's more like a
Little
hat
satire.
tip. It's like a hat tip.
Yeah, a little irony.
I'm going to come over there and fuck your face with my cock.
How's that
Probably a
sound?
little irony.
With his brutish fourth musketeer cock. By the way, what is going on with your forearms? They look so fucking vascular. Is it the
Alexander
He hasn't drank
Dumas.
water in a
Dumas.
fucking month.
Dumas.
All he's drank is
Very
booze in the
French.
last month.
All I drink is what?
pull-ups? Liquid Molly.
Yeah. When you don't drink water and you just pop pills every day, you get real vascular.
I thought drinking water is what made you vascular. I don't fucking know.
I'm doing a lot of
No,
pills.
I think dehydrating yourself is what makes you vascular.
That's true.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so hydrated. That's why I'm probably never vascular.
Me too.
That's probably
Exactly.
gotta be what it is.
That's why I have zero definition on any point of my body.
Just because I'm high. It's all water weight.
There's not a single edge on my entire body. My entire body
Sass
is
is
round.
baby proofed. He's safe for toddlers to run around him.
You just run into him and like their head and just fall on their ass and don't cry.
He's just covered in those little edge protectors that round out coffee tables.
Oh my!
No one has ever stubbed their toe on Sass.
He's the anti Chris Clemmer. You just have a loose balloon around Clemmer. It's
Literally.
popping. That's funny as hell. Dude, the Patriots had a joint practice with the Eagles, and they are getting,
Why?
I've never
They're
understood
playing
that
them on
either.
Thursday. Why would they have a joint practice with them?
I think, just to iron sharpens iron. But the Patriots are getting smoked, and this is coming from Patriots writers.
Yeah, but the Patriots writers are also always super negative towards
Well, it's
the
also
Patriots.
coming from Eagles writers. They said that in the last
and
six plays,
and the Eagles writers are always super obsessed with the Eagles. The Patriots writers are honest.
on the last 6 plays, the Patriots got sacked 5 times.
That really sucks. Well, it's just annoying because it's like, how do you not fix the O-line when the O-line was so bad last season?
The quarterback can wait. Get the O-line right.
Yes, exactly.
You're gonna get these
we could have a
quarterbacks
shitty
killed.
quarterback, and at least if we have a good O-line, the quarterback could do something.
I was only reminded of that because of your Patriots sweatshirt, hoodie.
Who was playing? Drake May or Joe Milton? Or
Drake
Brissett?
May and Brissett. They're
Milton
both-
didn't play.
not in the stats I
That's
saw.
fucking
They're
ridiculous.
both getting sacked to Kingdom Schmong.
Milton was the best one by far.
Yeah.
Drake May looked worrisome. Dude, did you see JJ McCarthy's out for the season?
Talking ball.
Yeah.
Talking ball. Is he out? It's the season?
I
Or it's
think.
just- I thought
He's
it was
gonna
JJ
be leaving
McCarthy,
this
the guy
season.
from Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah.
Handsome. Very handsome.
He had a good preseason.
He played for Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan.
But everyone said he couldn't throw the ball because Michigan would run the ball only. And then he was throwing some pretty good passes.
Darts and dimes?
Yeah.
Instead, it's going to be my brother Sam Darnold starting.
Yeah, which that sucks for the Vikings.
No, it doesn't. Sam Darnold, friend of the program, bro. Change your tune.
Friend of the program. Still got to be honest, brother. I'm not going to lie about ball. That dude's trash.
You think anyone famous listens to this pod?
Probably.
For sure.
Couple ball players, you think?
Sam Darnold, our brother.
I'd hope Mac Jones has listened before. I'm his number one supporter. Everyone hates him, and I'm always out there being like, I think Mac Jones is going to be good this season.
You didn't even watch the preseason game.
Yes, I did.
The Jaguars one?
Yes, dude. I think I watched every single preseason game.
NFL Network's getting its.
Who are your top 3 rookie QBs? Based on
Daniels.
Based on
Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Is slinging rock.
Yeah, he looked good.
I mean, are we counting McCarthy? Definitely not Drake May.
No.
Probably not Caleb Williams.
Really? Not Caleb Williams?
What has he done?
Dude, he looked phenomenal. And I want him to suck so bad.
He's just holding on to that rock too long for me.
Dude, he looks like a professional quarterback.
Okay, maybe him. Bo Nix had a nice little stat line.
Looked amazing.
But he spun that ball at Oregon.
Dude, Bo Nix is top 3 for me.
Really?
He played phenomenal.
Put the fucking infographic out. Who's your top 3?
Drake May, Joe Milton, Bo Nix.
No, Jaden Daniels?
No, I'm kidding. Caleb Williams 1. Probably Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix.
I like that.
And I would put Joe Milton at 4. He played great. He did.
He's a practice player though. Talk to Big T.
That's what the Tennessee fans want him to suck so bad.
Probably because he sucked at Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right, that was talking ball.
You know who sucked at Michigan? Tom Brady.
JJ McCarthy. See if you can burn that statue. Or see if you can just like if it'll even take.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Don't rip it off.
What the fuck?
Don't fuck with our set, bro.
What the hell? Why would someone glue that on?
So that we never have to, because no one's going to, it's a set. Dick.
Bro, I was just talking ball with you. I was just trying to get your restlessness out. Like
Francis, I'm surprised with your lack of ball knowledge.
Just don't care.
But you do. That's what I don't understand. You just don't care about like preseason shit?
I mean, I don't know, man.
What?
What even matters anymore?
Oh my God. Did you know that you could get tickets right now to go see Metro Boomin and Future?
At the Barclays Center.
At the Barclays Center.
On GameTime.
On GameTime. Francis, you're a huge Future fan.
You know that
I
love
Future. You were just talking
Future.
to me about March Madness and Codeine Crazy.
I like Future, but again, without Metro Boomin, I say to myself, that's not the Future I know and love. So with Metro Boomin, to me, it's the whole package. Future and Metro Boomin.
Metro on the beat. That's right. With GameTime, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, you shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. GameTime is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals for when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guarantee means that if you find the same seats for less anywhere else, GameTime will credit you 110% of the difference. GameTime is the best place for last-minute tickets, up to 60% off your favorite events. What are you waiting for? I'm going to go buy those Future and Metro tickets now. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code BOYDAD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the GameTime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. College ball starts at the end of the month.
Once it starts, I'll take notice. I don't follow college football at all. So all these players that are coming into the league,
but I don't either.
I don't even know I didn't know all those people you just named other than JJ McCarthy. I wouldn't have known. I don't know who Drake May is. I thought that was the guy from that Nickelodeon show.
Drake May was the quarterback at UNC.
Drake and Josh. It's Drake May and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
That's what that show's about. Two quarterbacks.
I like Josh Allen. I like the fact that he's dating the girl from True Grit. And I like her because she auditioned for the Coen brothers and was like one of 4,000 children that they looked at.
Interesting.
Jesus Christ, what are they, priests?
I actually want to parlay.
I don't think
this
priests
weekend.
are that picky. I don't think they're getting
this blind obese kid with
3,999 being like, fuck.
His arms are at his shoulders. We'll take him.
Yeah.
I want a preseason parlay.
Did you?
Yeah. The key to betting in preseason is to pick the teams that are worse, that are trying to be good.
Right. Because they'll play their starters longer.
Yeah, Chargers, Cowboys. Chargers take that game every single time because the Cowboys aren't going to play anyone that matters.
Well, put me on to some shit for this weekend.
I had Chargers, Cowboys parlayed with Broncos. Who did the Broncos play? The Bengals? No,
I don't fucking know. But all in the DraftKings Sportsbook.
all on the DraftKings Sportsbook. You know what I love about the DraftKings Sportsbook? That quick deposit. They got that swipe to deposit.
I like playing Rocket.
Yeah, I don't do that.
That's so fun.
It's really
I
fun.
have done it before, and it is very fun. I did it at a restaurant in Pennsylvania with Nick and Mook.
You should do it when you go to Central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, maybe I will. Just out in the woods by myself.
Howling at the moon when your
just in a
rocket
tent,
crashes.
just playing Rocket for 3 hours straight. It's so good to get away from all the fucking... Just the city is just too much right now.
Just unplug a little bit and literally just holding your phone not plugged in.
Using my satellite telephone to play Rocket on DraftKings.
In the wilderness. Just like different animals huddled around you. Like, bail, now.
Yeah, I'm hooked up to the Iridium satellite right now, which makes it... I can play Rocket anywhere.
I can play Rocket.
Center of the woods. I've been playing Rocket all day.
And with this charger I have, it gives my phone 4x battery life. I can literally play Rocket for the 3 days consecutive.
What's your longest Rocket sesh? Mine's 4 days straight. No sleep.
On live stream. It is fun as hell. There's probably other fun ass games in there.
I think I have a serious problem with video games. I play not with Rocket.
Now
That's where it sounded like that.
But
was gonna
no.
go.
New topic. I get it. This is now the moment. This
No,
is you
I was just
facing
playing
Jesus
last night.
a little bit.
I was playing last night, and I was like, I got to go to bed. And I went to bed.
Fuck, I guess I better cancel that fucking chair.
Yeah, what the hell?
No, I'm never going to stop.
Okay.
But I was like, I got to go to bed. And then I was like, the only reason I'm going to bed right now is because like society says that I should go to bed and get 8 hours of sleep before the podcast.
Yeah, society's the one saying that, not science.
In science. But it's like, if like no part of me wants to stop playing video games ever. Like I've never once gotten off and been like, that was a good, like I'm done. I'm ready to be done.
Is there no part of you that feels like maybe you'd be more productive in your career, which I know you care about, if you weren't playing so many?
That's why he gets mad if someone's 2 minutes late for the show. He's like, you're cutting into video game time.
No,
you know,
I
that's
did.
2
I
minutes
wrote
of
for like
duos.
an hour and a half yesterday, and then I played video games.
Anything good?
Writing?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Were you right?
Truly nothing.
Or are you writing? You write on your phone?
No, I write on my notebooks.
You were writing in a notebook for an hour and a half. What are you writing? Civil War letters?
Well, you're not just scribbling. It's not just like a constant flow of words for an hour and a half.
Were you
It's
walking
mostly
around?
me just pacing around my apartment.
At least you're walking around.
Yeah.
That'll get the thoughts going.
And then saying the jokes and going, all right, this is really funny. And then reading it back and going, this fucking sucks. I'm never going to say this on stage ever.
I wrote 2 good ones last night out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that hasn't, I hadn't written anything in weeks.
I've been waiting for that to happen.
It
to me, and
happened. I have 2 good ones and I'm very excited to try them on stage tonight.
Well, why don't you try living a little bit, Sass? Getting out into the world.
That's the answer.
Having experiences.
I do have experiences all the time.
Or like spending time with a bunch of people and like telling stories and stuff like that. And then you tell a story and everybody laughs and you're like, wait, maybe that's something.
That's what I'm hoping for this weekend in the green room. Going to be an electric hang. Me, Mook, Francis.
I forgot that I was part of this.
Yeah. It's going to be sick.
He's just going to be testing bits on you?
We're going to do...
That green room's a little cramped, though.
I know, it's brutal.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Great
only
chicken
there's one
fingers, though.
couch and a chair.
Do you think we'll get bats? Personalized bats? Did you get one the last time you were there?
No, because I didn't sell it. I
You
sold
got-
that one show.
You
I
got
only
to sell
did
it the
one
whole weekend
show,
to get the bat?
I think.
Yeah, they give you a single baseball glove.
Yeah.
A
We're
batting
going to go to
glove.
Cordelia on that street. We're going to go there. You're coming. I don't
What is
care
that?
what you say.
What's it,
A nice
Cordelia?
restaurant.
Really nice restaurant.
Not
Good
like...
games.
Pass.
No, you're coming. I'm not letting you not come. You
Skip.
need to come with me. And
Brother,
you know
I'm
why?
doing remote play on PlayStation this weekend. I'm
No,
gonna be locked in
Jesus
all
Christ.
weekend.
He's going to have a VPN and do Rocket Man.
Do they have... Can you play Rocket in Ohio?
If you have a VPN.
No, I think is gambling legal? In, no, actually, I don't think it is legal in Ohio. Is it?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think
We
it
don't
is.
know. That is not for us to say.
It really is.
But you
though.
can't play in New York, though. Like certain games.
You can't play. Well, gambling restrictions in New York are pretty strict. You can't do a lot of shit. You can't bet player props on college sports.
Right.
But in Chicago, like you could go and you could bet. Like when I was in Chicago, I bet fucking whatever that dude on Colorado's. Who is it? Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I bet him to have 3 touchdowns his first game back after being injured, and it hit. And I was like, dude, betting on college football is so easy.
Damn, you never lose, do you?
I lose a lot.
What?
But I bet responsibly.
I never hear about your losses. You only want to share your wins.
I bet responsibly, and my big thing now is micro bets, like $5 tops. Put $30 into the account, try and get it up to like 100, and then put the 100 on one thing.
It is largely the same thrill.
It is. It really is.
Winning.
I've noticed that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for the NFL.
I'm a big game hunter.
Yeah, you are.
You always have been.
I want trophies.
What's your unit size?
No, never ask a man a unit.
Never ask a man a unit size. Never ask a girl her weight.
or
never
age.
Ask or age. Never ask a man his unit size.
Mm-hmm.
What's that circular saw doing in here? Oh, yeah.
Owen actually brought it from home.
You lugged in this monster circular saw.
I gotta bring something.
Does anyone know how to
I gotta bring something to hold up the mic?
Does
today.
anyone know how to clean a grill?
You know what I heard is good for cleaning a grill? An onion.
What?
I've heard that as well.
An onion will clean and flavor your grill simultaneously.
Season it.
Wow. Someone told me, because I cooked some barbecue chicken on my grill last weekend. And
Do you have a grill?
all of the juices just dripped right down into the
That's a good way to start a fire.
soul of the grill. Well, it is. And someone told me that what I should do is turn the grill up to like the highest thing and just
melt it all off.
burn it all into dust.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that actually the right way to do it?
No, you're supposed to get one of those things.
Yeah, but there's stuff in the core. There's stuff in the reactor.
I don't know how
of the
to. I
grill.
don't know how to do that.
I think you got to get under the hood. You got to lie down on a fucking...
Pop that bitch open.
I can't do this every time. It's too much.
You have to.
What?
You're going to start a fucking fire.
Do you know how to put out a grease fire?
No.
Baking soda.
Water.
No, not water. Baking soda.
A big vat of water.
Yeah.
Right on top of it.
Baking soda.
Yeah.
I
Or
got
a fire
baking soda.
extinguisher would work as well.
Bought one of those.
Or just let it burn out.
Fire
Baking soda
extinguishers
works the best.
are. What do you think a fire extinguisher costs?
$75. It's actually going to
$300.
I got one for $25.
Oh, it's not bad.
What do you think an ironing board costs?
$15.
$25.
$60.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
And you got the wrong ironing board.
You can prevent your home from burning down for $25. But I can't de-wrinkle a t-shirt for less than $60.
Where
Plus
did you
the
get your
iron.
ironing board? You got
Amazon.
you definitely got like a Louis Vuitton.
No,
like
I didn't.
leather ironing
I got
board.
the overall choice. It's like
Amazon?
it's not the cheapest, but it's certainly not an expensive one.
What the hell?
You should just steal one from a hotel.
Walking out with a fucking
They
ironing
wouldn't say
board?
anything.
I believe in hotels.
I don't.
I believe the children are our future.
They look the other way
True.
on forged
I believe female is future.
citizenship papers.
Future is female.
The glass ceiling is
I'm
fake.
endorsing Kamala Harris.
And that's official.
Psych.
Greer hitting...
MAGA.
Greer hitting the Tyler O'Day. Did you see that
Oh,
tweet?
so funny, dude.
He's like, I'm a Marine. I hunt. I fish. And I'm voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Wait, is Tyler O'Day a big... He's not...
No, Tyler O'Day, but I think it was just because there was an original tweet that some dude posted, and it was that exact thing. He said he's voted Republican his entire life. He hunts, he fishes, then he says I'm voting for Kamala Harris, and it got 10,000 replies from Trump supporters being like, "Fuck you," whatever. And then Greer just tweeted the exact same thing with a photo of Tyler O'Day's face, and then all these people are commenting.
They were calling him Fat Brian. And I didn't realize that he does have he looks a little bit like Zach Bryan.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw Tyler O'Day. Did I ever tell you about when I saw Tyler O'Day in Macy's a year ago? I was in Macy's buying a suit, and all of a sudden Tyler O'Day you ever go into a Macy's? There's no one in there.
Which one?
And somehow it was just me and Tyler O'Day in there. The one up in close to Times Square.
That's
Not the one at 34th Street.
34th Street.
That was like the biggest Macy's in the world.
I know.
What do you
and
mean
it's
no
been
one's ever
open
in there?
forever.
Oh, dude, those things are always empty.
My grandmother used to do her Christmas shopping in there.
That's
Yeah,
where
I'm
they
sure.
inflate the floats for the
Yeah, I
Macy's
know.
Day Parade.
Yeah.
I made that up.
No,
There's
they do.
no way
upstairs.
that's true.
Yeah,
Upstairs, and
on
they
the
just
5th floor.
they just shove them down the elevator shaft.
Yeah, on the 5th floor, they have all the floats up there, but they're like half deflated because they're too small to be able to fit in the Macy's.
I don't like this.
It's like a half deflated Snoopy.
I don't like this bit.
Dude, have you guys been watching Hard Knocks?
I have not.
I will. Don't spoil it.
I think it just sucks now.
Francis can't watch it.
Why?
He's too cool.
What?
You're saying that's why he doesn't like ball because he's too cool?
Because Francis doesn't like ball.
No, I love ball. I don't know.
You
I
don't want to get caught up in the minutia. You're a comedy
I want to
man.
watch it on Sunday, and that's enough for me. That's all I
You don't
need.
watch Monday, Thursday. You're not going to watch the Friday opening season game, brother.
Come on up. Hey, I'm having a party at my house. You two boys.
I'm having a party at my house.
I want to have a party.
Fellas, I have to tell you something that I did yesterday that you might not like.
Uh-oh.
I was cleaning my apartment, just taking care of my space.
Of course. You
Rule
always
number,
this
rule
is
number one.
twice a day for you.
And we have the "You Son of a Boy Died" YouTube plaque. Hung that shit up in my apartment, mounted it to the wall. I was supposed to bring it in here like a year ago, and then I forgot, and it was just on the floor in the box.
You dusted the blunt guts off
Yeah,
of it.
I cleaned it with my sunglasses case, and then I hung it up. So
I don't have a problem.
if you want to come see her, feel free to stop by anytime. I'll give you guys a spare key.
I miss your apartment. I miss coming over.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the gold plaque, bro.
Well, sit tight.
I'm waiting for the diamond plaque. 10 million.
Yeah, sit real tight.
We need a consultation with Mr. Beast on how to get our
Dude.
to get to 10 million.
Is there any podcast that has the gold plaque or the
Diamond?
the diamond plaque?
There
Which
has
is
to
what,
be.
10
Yeah.
million?
What's
I bet
JRE at?
Rogan is up there, right? Maybe not.
Who would have thought back when he was at fucking Hilarities on Long Island that he'd be doing this?
Hilarities isn't in Long Island. That's Governor's. Governor.
You're a loser.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
For knowing that.
Why is that weird to know?
Just correcting me for that.
Well, Hilarities is where me and Ron are going this weekend, and that's in Cleveland.
You and who?
You mean me?
Me and Francis.
You're a dumbass.
We're going to go to Cordelia.
We're going to go to Cordelia.
And
we're
let's
then
look at the menu for Cordelia.
Everyone's talking about
gonna get
this
chicken
Indian
tendies.
restaurant too. Do you like Indian food?
I love Indian
I think
food.
it's called Amda.
I told this to Rowan a while
Let's go to
ago.
the Indian place.
Oh, you should get some goat. That Amda goat.
I would have that.
I told this to Rowan a couple years ago when I lived in Hell's Kitchen. I was trying to be really healthy, and I just had Indian food for the first time, and I had chicken tikka masala, and I was like, dude, this is so fucking good, and it's all protein. It's just chicken, and then I ate chicken tikka masala like 4 nights a week for like a month straight.
It's all
And then
cream.
one night I looked up, is chicken tikka masala healthy? And it just says no.
Yeah, it's made with lots of cream,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tomato sauce, and
Like the
salt. That's the
thickest
thing for
cream
me.
possible.
I know if a meal is not that great for me based on how much water I need to drink 2 hours later.
Yeah, that's true.
And every time I have Indian food, I am so thirsty after.
It's like partway through the meal, you need to start drinking water.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so fucking good though.
It's awesome. Really good Indian food. Might be
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite cuisine.
Really?
It could be. I like eating things that I don't feel that I can cook myself, and I don't know
Yeah.
how to cook Indian food.
Oh yeah, it would take 8 hours, and
Yeah.
like you to have 8 kids and an Indian wife who does the cooking for the
Yes.
8 hours.
Chef Donnie made us some Indian food one time, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sema, bro, got to get over to Sema.
I really want to go to Sema.
Sema.
I've been to the other one, Dhamaka. That was the most spicy I've ever had.
Oh yeah, Indian spicy is different.
They had the
different.
biryani.
They'll let you
Shit's special.
They'll have you sweating.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a healthy spice, though. It's different from jalapeno spice.
Yeah, definitely.
I hit up Udu. You guys know Udu? It's on
Mm-mm.
1st and 10th. It's Szechuan. Or it's like Hong Kong Chinese food with
Yeah.
like a lot of Szechuan spices.
Gives you that numbing hot.
I fucking love that.
You
numbing
do?
hot.
I don't know, man. When I drink a sip of water, when my mouth is that numbing hot, it tastes like I'm drinking something, I don't even know, weird.
It
milk.
makes you feel weird. It's almost like
Weird.
it's like a drug experience.
But they live for that. They like that. And I don't love it.
Yeah, why do the Chinese in the Sichuan provinces enjoy that, and why do the Indians love spice, but the Japanese they don't? Like, there's not a single thing that's
It's not spicy at all.
They don't even have spicy things.
What about
they can't tolerate spice?
What about wasabi?
You might have got me
there.
there.
That's a different spice too. I don't mind wasabi. That's like this nasal decongestant
Dude,
spice.
have you ever had wasabi almonds?
So good.
And then randomly you get the in the nose feeling.
Yeah, I've had the peas. I think you're talking about the peas.
I've had the peas. No, I'm talking about the almonds.
They don't make almonds. They just make the peas. No, I've never seen
used to
that.
bring them in.
You're thinking about when you have a bar dish and you've got some little nuts and stuff, and then the green things. Those are peas.
No, I've had wasabi almonds, but the peas are phenomenal.
Which one do you like more?
The almonds.
Really?
Yeah, I like almonds.
Where'd you get those?
Dwayne Reed.
They have those there?
Yeah, like literally at the checkout counter.
You know
it's
what?
Like the Blue Diamond ones, right?
Yeah.
They make those. They make them.
They're really good.
I like the chili roasted pistachios.
Yeah, those are great.
That's my snack that I buy.
What's the calorie count on the wasabi peas?
Probably not that bad.
Really?
Have you ever had?
Have
you ever had roasted edamame?
I don't believe I have.
Great. Very high protein.
High protein, high estrogen. High estrogen.
Very high estrogen.
That'll explain the fucking softness of your body.
Yeah. You get tits when you eat those too much.
Yeah, they just pop out like tits.
Yeah.
Ba-dunk, ba-dunk.
It's brutal.
That was a little act out.
I liked it.
I'm adding it to my act.
I'll take it.
I
like
love
it.
a fucking
Hey,
act
I'm a
out.
fan. Hey, I'm a fan.
Hey, you need more act outs, Sass.
I know, I do.
You never do act outs.
You guys want to hear my new joke?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
You're right.
You shouldn't burn your joke.
How's it a burn?
I don't think it's one I'm actually going to tell on stage.
You never know, bro. And you need new material.
You're right. Fine. I won't tell it.
And
Good call.
Lord knows you need new material.
Best to save it.
Lord knows
save it
I need new material
for
dude.
Cleveland.
I'm fucked.
You got to just do what Sandler does. Go in with a little idea.
And then
you
throw it to your writer's room.
Is that what he does?
That part of that lost me a little bit. I was
He
like,
said
what
that
the
on
fuck?
Rogan?
Yeah.
He said I throw it to my writer's room?
Well, I mean, he writes with a group of people because that's how he writes his movies. So he said he'll go in with an idea and then he'll be like, hey, I got this idea. And then 10 people will help him write a joke.
He said that's how he built it.
When Ellen goes on tours, that's the same thing. Her writers write with her.
Yeah. That Adam Sandler episode of Rogan was great, though. Adam Sandler is the fucking man.
He's the man.
I'd like to see him do stand-up. I think he's really funny.
He does it now.
Yeah, that's what he was talking
last
about.
7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
Did you listen before or after I texted you?
After. It's a put on.
Put on.
You got us right. You got me listening to Sandler. He is the man, though.
He's
it made
the
me
best.
thinking, like, how could I, if I have kids, like, how could I have a kid that was like Adam Sandler?
Oh, dude, he's the man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, buddy. What's
He's
up, buddy?
so funny.
Oh, thanks, buddy. He's just calling everybody buddy. That's really nice, you buddy.
He's so cool.
And like just so positive. And
He plays basketball 5 times a week.
That's crazy.
He just got it going on. Rogan didn't watch Little Nicky over COVID though.
I know.
He watched every movie except for Little Nicky, and he didn't say why. It's probably the devil worship.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably because he's fucking right with the Lord now.
Francis, did you just burn something that wasn't the match?
Nope, just the match.
Because that one, for some reason, smelled extremely strong.
It's like when you get Shishitos.
Nice, though.
It's like how one of them is spicy.
It's nice.
You get one stinky match per Principe pack.
Are you guys matches? Did you guys grow up with matches in the bathroom?
No.
We do
No.
have matching shoes on though. Speaking of matches.
Ooh.
You guys never did matches in the bathroom when you take a nasty shit?
No.
We did that
Mhm.
just because
I've
IBS.
added them as an adult though.
it's great.
In case people want a nasty shit in my
It
house.
works really well.
I can't believe how well it works.
Yeah.
That's
Kills
genius.
the smell immediately.
I wonder who thought of that. Some fucking
Some
smelly
lunatic,
bastard.
Yeah, just throwing everything at the wall.
Stinky
Yeah.
bastard.
Just trying everything they can.
Just like an aerosol can and a lighter, just like
Yeah.
spraying. The guy who invented the flamethrower was actually just because his shit stunk.
Yeah. You ever smell shit out of water?
It's nasty.
A lot smellier than you think.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe the water is doing that much of a heavy lift.
It's really masking the smell. I think I've told this story before, but when I was in high school, probably, or maybe middle school. Me and my friends were gonna do the poop dollar, and my buddy shit in a bag, and then we put it outside, and then we forgot about it, and his mom found it.
Oh no!
You were doing it in your suburban neighborhood.
We were gonna try to. We never ended up doing it.
There's probably no foot traffic.
I know. We were the only ones. Because then we TP'd someone's house. We TP'd someone's house, and the dude just walked right to the house. He was like, "You're the only people that walk around on this street." And then his mom made us go and grab the toilet paper. We had to go clean it up. We had to go clean it up. Because we TP'd the house, and they were having they had people over, and they were all sitting outside. And then rolls of toilet paper just started flying over the roof. That's something that watching an Adam Sandler movie will make you want to do shit like that.
Yeah.
Because you just want the camaraderie with your buddies.
Yeah, it is fun. Those are the good times. And then you start doing drugs and drinking, and you don't do that anymore.
You do drink.
I'm not gonna waste toilet paper, dude. You grow up.
No, you start doing drinking, and you elevate your pranks to crimes.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking run over all these fucking cars and then stomp on their windshields.
Yeah. Let's drive down the freeway with our lights off.
The wrong way. Not funny. That shit's not funny.
That shit's not funny.
Or cool.
Or cool at all. It's fucked up is what it is.
Dude, Sass, me and you missed out on a massive opportunity.
What was it?
It was when Francis was depressed and getting skinny. That's when we should have kicked our workouts into high gear.
Why?
To try and catch him while it's like when you hunt a weak animal.
Bruh.
We could have fucking...
I would have seen you guys getting stronger and immediately would have kicked it into gear.
I can't let this happen.
No. I can't.
Just work out for 15 hours straight. Oh my God.
I don't have any interest in that.
Why?
Working out for working out.
Just going on a ruck. Just going on an ultra mare. What is an ultra marathon?
Anything above 26.2, brother.
So 26.3 is an ultra marathon?
Yes, sir.
That sucks.
Yes.
Actually?
Yes.
I saw someone posting that they ran 30 miles around Manhattan. They're like, my first ultra marathon. It's dude, that's only 6 miles more than or 4 miles more, 3.8 more.
Yeah, it's still a shit ton of miles.
No, that's nothing. That's barely anything. And that's on fucking God.
Do you guys think that if you went right now somewhere, let's say Central Park to the Loop, and someone said, I'll give you $10,000 if you can jog a marathon without stopping, but you can go at any pace. I mean, truly barely picking your feet off the ground, but you are jogging.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You don't think you could do it?
Absolutely not.
For 10 grand?
No.
You can basically rest while you're doing your jog.
What about 10 million, Sass?
10 grand, I would do it right now.
Dude, I couldn't walk 26.2 miles right now.
I actually think it'd almost be easier than walking 26.2 miles.
No.
If this office could raise $10,000, I would go right now. No one will ever do this.
We need Big Cat back.
Dude, that would be it would take you 15 hours to do.
No,
he would enjoy
I don't think
it.
it would. I think it would take 6 hours.
So you think you running at your slowest pace?
Think of this. Ready?
It would take you 6 hours to run a marathon.
No, because I'm not going to run my slowest pace the whole time. I'm going to run 8 to 9 minute pace and then rest running 12-minute pace, 13-minute pace. Do you know how slow that is? 13-minute mile pace? That's a joke.
For 26
That's
miles?
When you drive past a
Are you
person
fucking crazy?
on the road and you say, good for them. That's the pace.
Dude, 26 miles.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You think you're going to run it in 6 hours?
They're really kidding if they think that's a jog, but you know what? Good for them. That pace.
People that train for marathons run marathons in 4 hours or 6 hours.
I think 3 hours is the big number that properly super fit marathon runners try to break.
Yes.
I'm not
Didn't
trying
Billy
that.
do this?
I already said
3 hours,
double.
dude. 3 hours on a marathon is you've run marathons many times before.
That might be 6-minute mile pace.
Yes, that's you are a superhuman.
You're talking
athlete.
an average of 12-minute mile pace.
So you think you just double that?
Yeah.
What's the furthest you've ever ran?
Run would be, I don't know, 5 miles probably.
Oh my God. I see. Part of me.
What would you be willing to put up?
Part of me was like, you know what? He might have run. Like you might have ran a marathon before.
I might have run.
You think?
No, it's have run. I might have run.
I don't like that. I'm going to keep sticking with ran.
That's wrong.
I don't care. You know what's wrong? Thinking you could run a marathon in 6 miles or 6 hours.
So this is a lot of conviction.
Let's look it up.
What would you be
average marathon pace?
What would you be willing to put up for this?
I wish I had
right now.
I wish
no
I
training.
had his conviction because I would put something up, but I just know Sass will put up nothing. But I believe that you could do it.
I know that I could do this.
Yeah.
I know I'm not crazy.
So the average marathon time for men is 4.5 hours.
Yeah, you're talking of a New York City marathon that has however many hundreds of participants, and they're taking the average.
And for women, it's 5.
They're taking the average of like the Kenyans and then the fucking guy with no legs.
And a lot of the people at the marathon
it on his hands.
are doing it at your pace damn near. Like they're not running at a fast pace the whole time. They're going at by mile like 16. They're going at a good for you pace.
I think
average beginner marathon time for someone that's 35 years old is 5 hours. Novice, 4 hours and 11 minutes.
So I get an extra hour on top of that. And I'm in shape.
You're in shape. You're not in marathon shape. That's massively different. No, he's not.
He definitely is.
Dude, you have to train to build. Dude, your shins would be exploding.
Yeah,
I'm going to get those
once.
crazy doping sneakers from Nike that almost got banned that basically have mattresses in the sole. And I'm going to go and I'm going to do it.
I'd love to see you do it.
We got to find Billy Football's time.
But you said this. You said you would be walking at your lowest pace.
You did a whole marathon?
On a treadmill. Maybe in like here or something.
Well, treadmill's
like
not real.
Yeah, that's true.
And it took him like 12 hours.
Going.
Right.
Because he would do like 1 mile at a time.
Hold on. We got to wrap. Julio's here.
Okay.
Son of a boy dad, check us out.
Maybe I'm crazy, but I believe that I could do it. 6 hours marathon.
I believe you could run a marathon in 6 hours. I don't believe you could do it the way that you were just saying you could do it.
The question is whether I could do it right now. No training.
But the original question was if you could do it like running or like walking slowly or like barely jogging.
No, I said you can't stop jogging.
Okay, yeah, and you said you could do that. There was no time limit. No, I don't think you could run a marathon in 6 hours. Sorry, bro.
Well, there you go.
Right now.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I think if you trained, you could easily do it.
Put your money where your mouth is.
But if you don't train for long distance running, I don't think you could run a marathon in 6 hours.
Put your money where your mouth is.
No. Because I'm never going to think about this conversation again, and I'm definitely not putting my money on it.
You're turning yellow. That's yellow.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to be in Cleveland this weekend, me and Francis. Please get tickets for that. LittleSasquatchWebsite.com.
Pop Punk in
Thursday
Philly and
to
DC.
Saturday.
Please
Pop
come to
comes in
that
DC.
as well.
Come see that. Goodbye.